So you're thinking about moving to NorthLake, Texas? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about Pecan Square and more specifically all the different builders in there, what you get. We're going to take you on some home tours, all that kind of stuff. And if you stick around to the very end, we're going to talk a little bit about the future development there.
And if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to be the first to know what's happening in the Texas real estate market, go ahead and hit that bell.
Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Tom Jung.
And I'm Jack Lisenby.
And we're local Dallas-Fort Worth real estate agents. If you are in the market by yourself, we'd love to work with you. Please don't hesitate to reach out. So in this video, Pecan Square, we've got another one that kind of goes into detail of all the amenities, all that kind of stuff. And this one is going to be more focused on the different builders, the lot sizes, the differences, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully between the two videos, if you are seriously considering that area, it'll be, I guess, super helpful on making that decision, and you'll call us to help you with the contract. So anyways, I guess let's just chat real quick, in case people didn't see the other video, why folks are moving here in large droves.
Yeah, well, I mean, Pecan Square, it's a Hillwood community. They do a really good job of not just setting up neighborhoods, but like these master plan communities. They did it with Harvest right across the street. They're going to be doing it again up the street with a couple of their new communities. They just have a really good reputation for putting together a beautiful neighborhood and community with all kinds of amenities. Yeah. And this one's no different.
Yeah, so a ton of amenities here, pools, courts, events, all that kind of stuff. So if you haven't seen the other video, we'll link to it at the end of this one. But anyways, big time draw here. So as far as the homes go, you're gonna have all different types of homes. I think there's currently 7 builders in there. 7 or 8.
I think 8. They're at 9, about 9. To be at 8.
Yeah. So they're about to lose one, but one of the most popular product lines out here, or I guess most prevalent throughout the neighborhood, is the 40-foot, and so there's 6 different builders that do that. We're going to get into that a little bit. Then you also have 50-foot and up, so all the way up to they have 100-foot lots coming into this new phase. So there's going to be a lot to choose from. So I guess let's jump into it. I figured we start with the larger home builders. So there's, I guess, when you're out there, there's like a road that these are going to be on, and what do you think about the different builders out there?
I think we probably set our expectations a little high, hitting the Highland one first. But yeah, it was like they had a bunch of different selections. They had stuff from like glamorous to homey and everything like that. I would say the builders are definitely putting out not wildly different products, but definitely different enough that if you don't like something that one of them's offering, you could easily just go next door to a different model and get something completely different.
Very true, very true. Well, the first one up, we're going to take you on a home tour of the Highland home out there. So let's go ahead and take a look.
All right, guys, so we are here on Red Brick Lane, and for those of you who don't know, this is like Pecan Square's model home boulevard. We got everything from like Toll Brothers to Pulte homes, and today we're going to be checking out Highland, one of the 9 builders that are still here, and checking out 2 of their houses that they have, because they have multiple models here. They have a couple for their smaller lots and then some for their larger lots. The one we're going to be looking at first is the 223, and Tom's actually going to be doing a walkthrough of another one of their model homes a little later in the video, but this one is actually on a 60-foot lot at the moment, so this is one of the larger floor plans that they have. This one here is going to be about 3,750 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, and this one here has a 3-car garage, so they're really making up for that extra lot space that they put this thing on. Let's go take a look at it real quick though. Alright guys, so as soon as we walk in here, you got these nice tall double entryway doors and everything. It's nice heavy hardware. It feels very quality, which is something you can really expect with Highland Homes. They really do put out their best product every time they start building. But immediately as soon as you walk in here, you're going to notice here to your left, they've got this nice office area. It's generally called a flex space a lot of times because it's like a bedroom, but it doesn't have a closet. Most people do end up outfitting it as like an office space or somewhere they can work. But this entryway area is nice and tall, so you get like floor all the way to the second story ceiling, because this is a 2-story house. It makes it feel nice and tall and open and everything. And I thought this was a very bold choice. So as soon as you walk in, you have the formal dining area with this nice decorative chandelier overhead and these huge windows to let in all this lighting and everything for whenever you're hosting parties. You know, you have the family over for Thanksgiving or Christmas. This is a great place to set up while you do all your cooking in the kitchen, which, speaking of, let's go take a look at all that. So as soon as we walk through here, you have this nice spiral staircase on the right. You get the living room just on the other side of that. And then we have this beautiful kitchen and dining setup that you can see here. All this stainless steel hardware, the farmhouse sink and everything like that. Like I said, they really pull out all the stops, and especially for Pecan Square, they're punching up with some of these guys because everyone's really just showing up with their best product, and Highland's no different. Again, you get the range hood, you get gas appliances and everything like that. This one was really interesting. I do want to point out here, it's a little dark and you may not be able to see it on the camera there, but this is a media room and everything like that right next to the living area, so you can have guests and everything out here in this nice beautiful living area with a fireplace and everything, and these nice tall windows and doors. And then you can have like the boys in here watching football and making noise and keep them all away from all the nice furniture. They can make a mess in there instead. But so we have this lovely formal dining room up at the front, but right here we have this nice little breakfast nook area, and it's very sizable as well. As you can see, you got a full 6-person table set up, and there's still plenty of room to walk around. You get this lovely like wine bar area, cabinet setup, and all of this just kind of comes together right in front of the entryway to the master suite. So let's go take a look at this real quick as well. As soon as you walk in, you do have the laundry room here, which is an interesting position. Keeps it away, all the noise and everything away from like guests and whatnot whenever you have people over. The master bedroom itself is lovely though. You get nice high vaulted ceilings, you get this seating nook area with these nice oversized windows and everything. Very spacious. This is a king size bed with oversized nightstands on either side, and there's still plenty of room in here. So full bedroom setup, and it doesn't feel cramped at all. You get the corner entryway over here into the bathroom. You get the standing tub. You get this lovely shower setup with the peek through glass over here. Double vanities over here, as well as on the other side, and it's maybe a little hard to capture in this angle, but you get like a little makeup vanity and everything. And one thing I do want to show you is just beyond the shower, you get this really cool yet kind of small closet. And I don't want the kind of small to scare you guys away, because you don't just get one of these, you get 2 of these. So there's one here, and then right behind you over there, bam, we heard you like closets, so we gave you 2 of them. And they're nice too. You get plenty of shelving for your shoes, plenty of hanger space and everything, plenty of overhead storage. Closet aficionados are gonna love this one. But you know, that's just for the master bedroom. Let's go check out some of the secondaries, because there's actually 3 of them here. So before we go too much further, I will say this is where the model portion of the house kind of stands out, because we do have one of the secondaries here, but this is also typically the hallway that you would use to get into your 3-car garage. Right now it's outfitted with the sales office, so keep that in mind, but that is going to be down further in the hallway here. You can see they have the TV set up and everything, but normally that'd be your garage door, and right next to it is a secondary bathroom, like a powder room. But this is going to be the first of the 3 secondaries. This one is the smallest, so it does feel a little bit smaller than the others. This is a full-size bed right here, so you got a frame of reference. It does have a nice size walk-in closet. It does have an ensuite full bathroom as well. I will mention that all of the bedrooms have an ensuite full bath, which is a really nice thing to have. That way you're not fighting over sink space in the morning whenever you're trying to get ready. But that's it for the downstairs, so let's go take a quick look at the upstairs real quick. Okay, so we just made it up to the landing at the top of that lovely spiral staircase. You can see as we got banisters on either side, or I should say, handrails on either side, the banisters, where you can look over into the entryway as well as the living room area. Just makes it feel very open. And then first thing we're actually going to show you guys is here to my left. we have this nice big game room area. So I had one that was just like this. It was also a Highland Homes whenever I was growing up. I lived in Louisville, and the house was set up very much like this, where you've got a game room set up, lovely windows so you can see out to the back of the house, and then you got over the handrail here, you can see out into the living room. So if you yell up to the kids, hey, dinner's ready, they can hear you. You don't have to text them or anything crazy like that. But this game room is actually adjacent to one of our secondary bedrooms. So going down this hallway, we've got another bathroom here. This one is optional, I believe. They added that on with this model home here, but you also get an ensuite bathroom for the secondary. And this is the first of the 2 upstairs secondaries, and it's huge. Like, for a secondary bedroom, this is bigger than some of the master bedrooms I've seen in houses. It's nice. Again, you get the high vaulted ceilings and everything. I love the way these giant oversized shutters look on this style that they got set up. It's really nice, and you get this oversized closet. Like, let's see if you can get in there real quick, because that thing's big too. Yeah, make the homeowners jealous. Your closet's almost as big as theirs. But we're gonna go across the way. I'm gonna show you one more of these because yeah, they got 2 of them fit in here. This is just a little, linen closet, nothing crazy. We get another one. That one's actually really sizable. But again, we get this huge secondary bedroom. This is a full-size bed right here. 2 oversized nightstands. Plenty of space on either side of them, so nothing feels cramped. Again, you get the oversized window. Love those plantation shutters. Good size walk-in closet over here. And then you get a full-size ensuite bathroom for this one as well. Now, last thing we got to show you guys is the backyard. I will make a note. So this is this house was meant for a smaller lot size, and they put it on a slightly larger lot size. So I can't say that the size of the backyard itself is going to be comparable to what a typical floor plan like this is going to look like, but we can at least take a look at the patio so you guys can get an idea of what the housing side of things looks like. So this is really nice. I wanted to show you guys this because they did a really good job staging the backyard area here. You've got like a full-size patio set with the love seat and the 2 secondary seats, as well as a little coffee table or drinks table, cocktail table, that's what they call these. Lovely covered area. They got the built-in lighting as well as a fan and everything. And one thing I do want to point out is these windows that we saw earlier from the inside, these are actually sliding doors. So these 2 in the middle open up into your living room area and create that nice openness between your patio setup and your living room area, so you can have like serving food and stuff like that on a nice cool autumn day like this, which is really nice. And on top of that, on the outside of the covered portion, they got this extended patio here with the I forget the name of this material, but these like fake wooden chairs and everything around this fire pit setup, just to kind of conceptualize what you can do with this extra space. And I think it's great because a lot of people in Texas, I know the weather only affords for like a couple months worth of outside time that's actually enjoyable, but whenever you do get that time, you want to make the most of it. And these guys are trying to help you guys out, get some ideas going in your head, so whenever you do finally buy a Highland home, you know exactly how you want to set it up.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. I'm not so sure about that tile selection on the entryway.
I mean, it was a choice.
It was
one of the choices of all times.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a very nice house. Highland always puts out a great product. But.
Yeah. And I thought it was really interesting. They had what, 4 of the builders there on Red Brick Lane. It was Highland. They had Coventry, David Weekley, and Toll Brothers, and then they had the rest of the model homes like somewhere over on I think it was like Peace Street or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot closer to the square.
Yeah, it was. This one was really interesting because they had a very big lineup. So Highland had, I think, 2 houses up there, and so did Coventry. David Weekley, they had one that was under construction, so we weren't able to get footage of that one, but we got a footage of, I believe, their Caroline floor plan, and that one was really cool.
Yeah, and that's in the other video as well if you want to see a walkthrough of that one, or the entire walkthrough.
Yeah, and then so whenever we walked into the Coventry homes, it was a little interesting because they had their sales rep was out, and so there was Christmas music playing.
Oh my gosh,
the whole time.
It was so loud.
So just to prepare you guys for that, I don't think it was Mariah Carey, but you will definitely hear some Michael Bublé somewhere in the background, I'm sure.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and take a look at that one. All right, and now we are going to take a look at a Coventry home. They are a builder out here as well. This is on a 50-foot lot, so this is going to give you an idea of the type of house they build. And if you've seen the Highland home and all the upgrades and all the frills and all that cool stuff, this is going to be underwhelming. It's a good house. It's just, you know, it's not gonna have all those crazy upgrades and the 14-foot ceilings and the, you know, double-decker cabinets, all that kind of stuff. But let's go take a look. Oh, and before we get in here, there's Christmas music playing. It's very loud. We couldn't figure out how to turn it down, so please bear with us. All right, so first thing, right when we walk in, we're gonna have an office here off the front door, and got a couple windows in here for some natural light, but again, nothing too crazy. There's no fan, there's no extra lighting, there's just one dome light in there. You're gonna kind of see that this is, I don't know if you can tell this on the video or not, but it's really more of a cozy feel. It's like there's just not a ton of, I guess there's not a ton of lighting throughout the house, but so here's a full bath. You've got your toilet and shower in there, and then down the hallway here, we're gonna have our first 2 bedrooms. So bedroom number 1, these are probably, just to give you guys a frame of reference, these are probably 12 by 12 or so. They're not super big. They're a good size, but nothing crazy. And they do, this one's a little bit smaller actually. And they both have walk-in closets, nothing huge, but just a little bit of a walk-in there. So anyways, let's keep this show rolling. Now, typically this is gonna be your garage. This is actually a 3-car garage. Now, if you saw up front, there are only 2 doors. This is what they call a tandem garage, where you can pull 1 car in front of the other. Or if you only got 2 cars, you got a little workshop area in there, so that's pretty cool. And then back here, so this would where you'd actually come here through the garage and have a little mud bench there, and then a good size laundry room. And you've got a few cabinets up top. And again, you know, you're not going to see a whole lot of fancy stuff in here like these. A lot of times you'll see custom cabinets and shelves like that. This is going to be your basics that you're going to see, builder grade. And then in here, this is kind of cool. So this is a 1-story house, and they've put this room here up front. It's real dark. They've got the lights off, but they've got it set up as a movie room. You could set this up, I guess, as a dining room if you were like a dining type person, you had a lot of people over, or playroom. Got a half bath right there for guests. And then as we walk in, I'm gonna run away from those speakers. This is your living and kitchen area. So it's a nice setup. I mean, for somebody that's maybe, I don't know, like it's a good size. If you're retiring, if you're raising a family, either way. But you're gonna have a breakfast nook here. Of course, you got your granite countertops. They have gas appliances out here, so they've got a drop-in range, microwave above that, and then you've got a pantry here in the corner. Nothing too crazy. It's just a little corner pantry there, right? Enough stuff for your provisions. And then we're gonna make our way back over this way. Really good size. You've got these vaulted ceilings, and I guess that's another thing too. Coming into this house, I think these are probably 10-foot ceilings. But after walking through a Highland home where you've got 14-foot ceilings, everything just seems real short, but it's not. I mean, these are really good. I mean, it's decent sized ceilings, right? But anyways, this is your bathroom. You've got dual vanities here. They did a really nice job with the shower. This is a nice touch. I like how a lot of builders have started putting a piece of glass here, so you can kind of see all that, you know, all that money you spend on that tile upgrade. You can actually look at it. Yeah. Apart from when you're just in the shower. And then you've got a little linen closet here, and then a really good sized closet back here. This whole thing wraps around, and lots of space. So if you have a wife, you know, this is definitely an option. So let's head on out to the backyard, take a look at that. We'll wrap this thing up. Really good sized patio here. This is something, I guess this would be the wow factor here. The fact that they've got such a large space. I mean, they've got it set up with a patio set here. They've got a TV. I mean, I think this speaks for itself. We're just gonna go to the next place, wherever that may be. Thanks for tuning in. compared to the other builders, how would you rate that Coventry model?
I would definitely say it's down a peg, but that's definitely okay. So to be fair,
Whelming.
Yes, it was very whelming. I'll say it was a good house. Don't get me wrong, but compared to the flash and bang that the other guys were putting into their model home, this one just felt very like I walked into one of the regular houses in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't blow me away.
It seems like usually on the model homes they're putting all these upgrades into them and everything, so you can see all the different things you can do. And Coventry was like, this is our normal spec. Like,
hey, at least they're setting expectations right where they need to be.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, with that being said, we do have their 40-foot product. We walked into, we were like, whoa, this is way different. So we're gonna have a tour of that a little bit later in the video. So if you don't write them off yet if that wasn't pretty enough for you. The other thing to mention, Toll Brothers is on that road currently. I think they have like 2 homes left before they're closing shop and hightailing it out of there. I don't know why, but
I was like, it's a beautiful community. I figured they would stick around for the next phase, but I guess not.
Yeah, you never know. Builders move for different reasons, trying to keep crews close together. They got better opportunities. You never know. But yeah, so let's, I guess, move over to the 40-foot builds. So a couple things to note on this. Well, I guess first of all, we'll mention, like before, there's 6 different builders. We'll kind of take you through each one. The first 2 that we looked at was Pulte and DR Horton. And Pulte and DR Horton are big production builders typically you're not picking a lot of options in that product line that they have.
Right.
And so, I was a little disappointed when we walked through. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So to be fair, there's nothing wrong with these houses. We probably got B-roll up playing right now that you guys can take a look at. They're very much just houses, and honestly, that's all they were offering. They didn't come at us sideways like, oh yeah, we've got all these great things. It was very much like we walked into the model. I was like, okay, yeah, this is about what I expected of a production build.
Yeah, and usually, and I think probably the trade-off there is they're going to have some incentive programs. Typically, they've got incentive programs that are really good. So like right now when interest rates are high, most of our Horton communities have these programs where, you're getting a 5% interest rate instead of the going rate of 7 or 8, So, for, some of that extra flash that you may sacrifice, you may end up with a better rate or some kind of better deal.
Some people just need a good cheap house.
Yeah.
This is that niche.
Yeah, and it gets you into a fantastic neighborhood. So, with that being said, just to give you guys an idea as far as pricing goes on these, I was doing a little bit of research earlier, and for like a 2,400 square foot house or so on these 40-foot lots, you're looking between $400,000 and $500,000. And when I say between 400 and 500, I mean that full range was being used. So, just depended on a little bit of the size and the finish outs, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that should give you an idea as far as getting into the neighborhood if you want to be on a 40-foot lot. But and then we also had Ashton Woods. This was a tour that you did.
Yeah, it was actually a local builder.
Yeah,
which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, I hadn't seen theirs before, but I was pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, they did a good job. It was nice, cowboy themed.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see that walkthrough again, it's in the other video. We try not to repeat too much of the same footage. So, and then we've got Highland Homes. We didn't tour that one, did we?
So we didn't do a voice tour on Highland Homes. We did a quick little B-roll flash.
Roll the B-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was what you would expect from Highland. It was nice, right?
Yeah, it was really nice, and I was kind of surprised, honestly, because I didn't know Highland was going to be doing a 40-foot build. And whenever I heard, oh, they got a 40-foot build, I was like, man, they're going to take a step back, because usually 40-foot is like looked at like an economy build or something like that. So I expected a real dip in quality, but I didn't see that.
Not Highland
at all.
Not up in here.
Yeah, they're like, screw you and your dip in quality. We're going to double down.
Not only that, we're going to display all of our awards across I think we got a shot at it. They had like 10 awards set up across there.
They're the most humble people I've ever met.
Yeah. The only thing I do remember, we walked in there. You walked into the master bathroom and you're like, oh, gross. Like,
oh yeah, I did see the they had like I think it was the chrome framed glass
and
on the shower.
Yeah, and the acrylic shower pan, which I'm sure you can. I'm sure they could probably upgrade that to a mud shower pan. But it's just like for a Highland product, you don't expect to see that in there unless. The only time I would expect to see it if it's on like a second story or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways. But yeah, really nice house. just that one thing. I was
Yeah,
like,
just I was like, this is minor.
but yeah, so anyways, the last one on our list, last but not least, is the Coventry home tour. So if you saw, if you remember the one previously, I think this one is going to be a pleasant surprise to your eyes. I could have phrased that better. Let's take a look. All right, we're at the Coventry model home for their 40-foot product. So this is gonna be a skinny house. And I wanted to do this because I feel like the 50 product was a little basic, and I think this is way nicer. So I don't want you guys to skip over it if you are looking at the 40-foot product. So coming on in here, first of all, nice door, right? Very sleek, modern, very nice. There's like a weird mix of modern and farmhouse going on in here. We've got a nice little office here off the front. Again, 11, little glass doors here. It's always a nice touch. And then coming on in, we're gonna have our first bedroom here. There's a lot going on in this corner. Bedroom. So a decent sized bedroom. It's probably 11 by 12 with a little extra there. You can see with your closet, you're not getting a ton of space. It's pretty wide, but it's this is your typical 2-foot deep closet. But 8-foot doors, right? So already it seems a lot more grand here. And then you've got a nice bathroom right here off the entryway, and this would be your laundry room. All right, and then walk it back out this way. This is gonna open up to your kitchen and living room. So again, this is really nice finish shots here. You've got this kind of sandstone granite. This is actually pretty nice. You've got this big sink going on and gold accent, that's nice. Anyways, gas appliances, and now they do have a built-in oven here. I mean, this is just a nice little finish instead of one of those, freestanding ovens, I guess, whatever you want to call them, slide-ins. And then as we make our way, we try to stay out of the sunlight. It's winter and it's 4 o'clock. This is like the worst time ever to be filming, but you've got a little area here if you want to put a kitchen table in, and then here's your living room, right? So just a couple features to mention here. So number one, they've got engineered hardwood in here. It looks really nice. They've got these taller baseboards. These are probably 6-inch baseboards. You've got these upper windows here that let in a lot of extra light. The only thing I would like to see differently, and this is probably something you could customize, is doing picture windows here instead of the ones that open. But all around really nice. And even in the kitchen, you've got those uppers above your uppers, the double deckers, whatever you want to call them. And then coming this way, it's going to be your master bedroom. And so I don't know if you're going to be able to see through the windows, but basically you got a little courtyard back here. With these 40-foot lots, you're not going to have these huge backyards or anything crazy like that. But the one thing kind of unique about this is their garage is detached. There's a little breezeway between the house and the garage. But stepping into the bathroom here, this felt, when I first walked in, I was like, man, this is pretty large. Like, as skinny as this house is, to have this much space in here, I think is really nice. But you've got 2 vanities on either side. This is a giant, this is a super wide tub. I would have put something a little narrower, maybe a freestanding tub here, but there's actually, this thing is massive, which you don't normally see in a build like this. But then they've also got this huge shower that, with your frameless shower glass, bench seat, really nice, really nice. I'm impressed for a 40-foot product. This is really nice. And then you come into your closet here, lots of space, right? So we're missing a bottom shelf, but you can imagine. So anyways, let's run upstairs real quick and take a look around. So coming up the staircase here, you've got a couple bedrooms. We'll come back to that in a second. But as you make the turn here, this opens up into a really nice loft area. So if you got little kiddos, all that kind of stuff, you can keep all their toys up here. Or if you just want to have another living space, whatever it may be, plenty of room. You can see you got a foosball table, this huge sectional. Well, there's a desk and chairs there. So anyways, a lot of space. Good use of space, a lot of windows. So I'm a big fan. And making our way this way, here's gonna be your full bathroom here upstairs. It's done up real nice. Then you've got another bedroom here. This is probably 11 by 11, be my guess. And again, you're gonna have your 2-foot closet there. And little linen closet, and then here's your, where's this, 4th bedroom? Another one, this one feels a little small, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably 11 by 10. Anyways, you have another bedroom. But apart from that, I think, yeah, I think we'll probably call it on this video. This is a really nice house by Coventry Homes. I was pleasantly surprised by their 40-foot product, and hope you enjoyed the tour.
Cool. Well, hopefully that was a step up from the last Coventry for you. If not, hey, you know what? Everyone's got their style. No judgment. Kind of judging, but no big deal.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, if you would, what your favorite I guess house was. Always curious to know what people like.
Yeah, and I know right now a lot of the focus in this area has been on residential building, and commercial and retail has kind of taken a back seat at the moment, just so that way they can get houses on the ground. But don't worry, it's definitely in the future, because right now what we're looking at, and we've gotten confirmation from several of the builders reps, there is going to be quite a bit of development on the south side of 407, which is the main road to the north of Pecan Square. So just south of Pecan Square, they're actually going to be putting in a new high school and middle school. It's going to be this super campus with a bunch of sports amenities and things like that. So tons of after school activities for the kids. And then on top of that, there's also going to be commercial and retail going in right next to it. So further down the street there, they're going to be putting in, I know of only one restaurant so far. That's because one of the sales reps was super excited about them putting in a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But that's the only one we have so far. It's a couple years out, so we don't have anything, but I was able to find the LoopNet listing for it. They do have a 40,000 square foot pad that's going on the ground right now, with at least a 10,000 square foot multi-purpose building in the works at the moment. So we can confirm that that is going in, but we don't know what kind of retail is going into it just yet. So you got to stick around to see more.
Yeah, and they do have a bunch of retail already on the north side, right? Right when you come in off of 35.
Yeah, right by Elizabethtown.
Yeah, I don't want you guys, if you haven't seen anything about this community, don't think that there's nothing over here.
It's only like an extra 5 minutes, I promise.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff over there. So there's plenty around. But anyways, I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, give us a thumbs up if you would on the video. And then, as always, if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.